This is Peace News Now. Today is Friday, April 19th, 2013, episode 100. Silver is trading at $24 per ounce. Bitcoin is trading at $120 per Bitcoin. On this day in history, 1775, 700 British troops were on an undercover mission to take the guns away from the people of Massachusetts. Word got out that the occupying force was on its way to disarm the people, and so the militia prepared to refuse disarmament with their lives. This became known as the Battle of Lexington and Concord, beginning the so-called American War for Independence. In today's headline story, Ian Freeman writes for Freekeen.com. In yet another sad jury decision, activist Rich Paul, the creator of the historic 420 celebrations in downtown Keene, was found guilty of multiple felony counts of selling cannabis to other consenting humans and one count of selling a substance prosecutors said he claimed was LSD. It was revealed in court that Rich Paul never claimed the substance was LSD, but that didn't matter to the jury. His sentencing date has not yet been announced. As is so typical, not one juror would take $20 for a 5-minute interview. However, there was one juror willing to speak, albeit only for a moment. He admits, when asked why he didn't make history today, that, quote, "We didn't want to disobey the law." You can send a letter to Rich Paul without using paper, a stamp, or even getting up from your computer. Go to mailtojail.com. There, you can type endless messages to Rich, and the good folks at mailtojail.com will print them out, stuff them in an envelope, and send them off to your favorite political prisoner. If you want to support a liberty activist, this is a fast, cheap, and easy way to do it. Having been on the inside receiving these letters, I can tell you that it means a lot more than you can possibly know. If you're listening to my voice, then you're free. But people like Rich gave his freedom to fight for yours. So take the time to write to Rich today. And if Rich can't have freedom, at least help him have some comforts. You can send money to his commissary account using Bitcoin through mailtojail.com. That's mailtojail.com. In Martin Luther King Jr.'s famous letter from a Birmingham jail, he wrote about the virtue of disobeying bad laws. Quote, "You express a great deal of anxiety over our willingness to break laws. This is certainly a legitimate concern, since we so diligently urge people to obey the Supreme Court's decision of 1954, outlawing segregation in the public schools. At first glance, it may seem rather paradoxical for us to consciously break laws. One may well ask, how can you advocate breaking some laws and obeying others? The answer lies in the fact that there are two types of laws, just and unjust. I would be the first to advocate obeying just laws. One has not only a legal but a moral responsibility to obey just laws. Conversely, one has a moral responsibility to disobey unjust laws. I would agree with St. Augustine that, quote, "An unjust law is no law at all." 55% of federal prisoners are incarcerated on the basis of drug-related offenses. This means that over 500,000 people are presently incarcerated as a result of anti-drug laws, more than the population of Wyoming. According to an October 2008 Zogby poll of likely voters, 76% describe the war on drugs as a failure. In 2011, the National Cancer Institute published information on the medicinal uses of cannabis in cancer treatment. Despite this, however, agents of the federal government knowingly continue to prosecute peaceful people who use this plant. Cannabis arrests now comprise more than half of all drug arrests in the U.S. This is up 10% from a decade ago. Of those charged with cannabis violations, 90% are charged with possession only. Are you tired of the US government killing people around the world? Are you tired of having to pay for their murderous rampage? Are you tired of feeling helpless to do anything about it? Well, now there's something you can do. It's called Bitcoin. Bitcoin is money that is impossible for the government to control. Bitcoin is impossible to be counterfeited or inflated. Bitcoin is simply a peer-to-peer protocol, so it's impossible for anyone to shut it down, block it, or control it in any way. If you want to see an end to the government inflating the dollar to pay for murder, then you need to start using Bitcoin today. To learn how, visit weusecoins.com. This has been Peace News Now, your daily update on the peaceful evolution. For links and videos, subscribe to PNN at youtube.com/peacenewsnow. For peacenewsnow.com, I'm Derek J, reminding you that good people disobey bad laws.